What's up, guys? Jason here. Just want to do an update. 6 months, no kratom. Yeah, that's awesome, and it's just really neat. To that point where it's like I don't have temptations to use kratom. I mean, yeah, the thoughts will come up in my mind, but I won't even give in to any. I won't even entertain those thoughts. It's just like I see there's no value in it for me personally with my situation. Like I was just using it to change my mood, to alter my state. I was not using it for pain, and so that's a whole. I just want to get that out there. I'm not talking about people that are using it for pain, for using it for medicinal reasons. I'm talking about people using substances to get high, to alter their state, to reach it for comfort, to use it as something to lean on, for any substance, whatever that could be, it just really got me realizing how much things I can rely on as a sense of comfort, as an escape route, instead of handling things face on, dealing with things when they come, stresses, issues, whatever. I tell you, there's so many ways we could reach for an easy way out as an escape. Any drug, any substance, entertainment, acting out sexually, sexual addictions of any sort, food addictions, entertainment, even like ice cream, man, so I just, and also another thing is um, it sounds kind of counterintuitive because I don't want to blow my own horn and say, oh, I'm doing so good, because I really, to be honest, I felt like 6 months. I thought by now I'd be taking over the world. I thought I'd be just doing amazing. I thought things were just gonna come into alignment and everything just start working out perfectly. And I just realized that's that's just not how it is right now, and it's probably not appropriate expectation either. Getting sober is great, but there's so much more to life than just being sober. I'm finally getting down to the surface of why I was using substances for so long to begin with. The fact is that I was hiding pain, not wanting to deal with things, not wanting to think about things, and it starts back all the way to when I was age 14. That's when I started smoking weed. That's really when I started using substances, started drinking then too. And really, I'm getting down to the root of things. What was I so scared of? What did I not want to face? That I'd have to use all this stuff and smoke weed every day and do all this, And to be honest, I'm still discovering things, as I mentioned in other videos, I haven't seen my mom since I was 8 years old or something, and that, whether I'm aware of it or not, that's caused some deep pain inside of me that's affected me in a way where part of me has this mindset that I'm not worthy, that I'm not good enough, and that I need to do something to feel better, to change my mindset that would make me more confident in myself, that would make me more relaxed, so I would feel more comfortable around other people, to be worthy of their acceptance, and it's that's just one thing I'm kind of discovering is I kind of I would always have to, when I went to parties, man, I'd always have to drink and get a buzz before I went to parties, so I would feel loose. And if I ever went to parties, back when I used to party, I'd have to get a buzz on. I'd have to drink every time. Otherwise, I'd feel so awkward. Um, you know, never just really comfortable in my own skin, you know? So now, like, being sober, it's like I'm finally learning who I really am and, like, becoming more childlike. When we're kids, you know, like, yeah, I was actually a shy kid, you know, but um, when we're kids, we just be, you know. And to be honest, like, now that I'm an adult and sober, like, that those shy qualities are, like, gone. Like, I'm actually outgoing. I'm actually, like, been meeting so many people, starting so many new relationships with people. It's like I'm getting over myself, and because with the using of drugs, I'd be so self-conscious. I'd be so self-aware, of, like, how I look. You know, what am I doing with my hands? What should I say next? What would they think if I say this? What would they think if I do this or that? Just way too much self-awareness in that area. Now, there's good self-awareness where, like, you're aware of what you're doing in areas of your life and, you know, conscious of, you know, things you're doing that could put you into growing or put you into danger. You know, I'm not talking about that kind of self-awareness. I'm talking about, like, the worrying about what you think people think about you, worrying about opinions of others, like that fear of what others think of me is, like, almost completely gone. You know, it's like I I can't really, like, care what others think about who I am as long as I'm being genuine and being real and, you know, honest and, like, loving. Like, if I'm being like a dick, you know, if I'm being a jerk, you know, or prideful, man, then I need to be aware of that. I need to, you know, take other opinions or whatever, constructive criticism from people. Um, but as far as, like, just regular, you know, communication and just relationships, you know, with people I don't know, in different environments that are new to me, like, I'm just comfortable, you know. It's just really neat. It's really neat because that's, like, never who I was. I was never, like, able to go into situations or places with a bunch of new people. I don't know anybody, and just be comfortable in my skin, you know. And just all of that is, like, just really getting over myself, realizing it's not about me. Like, I don't live for me. I do live for me, but my life is so much bigger than just living for me. You know, I live for other people. Like, first of all, I live for God, you know, but also I live for others, you know. So I when we get out of ourselves and really just put our focus on how can we make a bigger impact for others around us, our environment around us, how can we let God use us to love people, to help people, you know. That's where more of where I'm getting at now, and it's like it's just awesome, but at the same time, like, you know, like, I still have shifts of emotions. I'll still have moments of anxiety. I'll still have moments where depression wants to come in. But the thing is, like, I don't identify with those things. Because really, everything is rooted from two sources. Every emotion, every thought is either from fear or from love. Anxiety, worry, depression, they all root to fear. They all root to lies from the enemy. Now love, gratitude, you know, just joy, they root from love. They root from God. God is love. and perfect love casts out all fear. So out of like really understanding that my life is a gift, like I didn't create myself. Like this life, this body I was given is a gift by God. So, and the Bible says our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So really, like, my body is property of the Lord. It's really like it belongs to Him, So I need to respect my body. I need to eat properly. I need to not abuse it by using drugs, by sleeping around, stuff like that, like I'm just really doing my best to just live true to God and to what He asks us to do, like, but at the same time, like, that's why, like, Jesus came, is to offer us grace, because the law, we can't keep the law, right? Like, nobody is perfect. Nobody's perfect. So that's the whole thing, is like why Jesus came, is so we wouldn't have to try to just do every little thing perfect. That He came as the perfect sacrifice, did not sin, died for us, that we can have redemption, that we can have forgiveness of sins, So it is really cool because, like, out of like accepting what Jesus did for us, makes us more not want to do those things wrong, right? So it's not like we just accept what Jesus did for us as a sacrifice and then just get to do whatever we want. No, it is like out of just following Jesus, out of following what He did, like in how He lived, we become more and more like Him. I don't want to do the things I used to do. The more I've grown closer to God, the more I continue to grow close to God, the less appealing all these other things become. The less appealing these drugs are, the less appealing, sleeping with girls are, like, I've already put it out there, like, I'm waiting till marriage before I have sex again, and that's crazy that I'm, because I used to not believe that, and so it's just like, it's really neat. Like, the more I grow closer to God, the less I want to do what's wrong, so that's just where I'm at right now. I just want to be real. I don't want to, like, I don't want to hold anything back, like, to be honest, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Part of me, thinks, like, not to, like, talk about Jesus or mention it here, in respect to people, and to be honest, like, I do respect you. If you don't believe in Jesus, I respect you. I love you. But at the same time, like, this means so much to me. Like, this is truth. This is real, where I can't not share it, because it's everything. This is why I'm able to be free. This is why I'm able to be sober. It's because of Jesus, because He gave me His ability, His power, His strength. Like, my first video when I flushed Kratom down the toilet, if you guys haven't seen it, go back to it. That's how I was able to do it, I'll even drop a link into the description for that video if you guys haven't seen it yet. So, I just, man, I've tried to quit all these things on my own power. I tried to quit Kratom multiple times, and I couldn't do it. I'd make it just a week or two, and I just have crazy anxiety, have to go back to it. And this last time I just gave it to God, and I didn't even really have much withdrawals until 3 weeks. I had some crazy pause experience, and but I was also doing a lot. I was working out, running every day, doing everything I should do, to that I knew to keep my mind in a better mood and not fall into depression or anxiety. So I did as much prep work. I tapered down. So that's just where I'm at, guys. That's where I'm at. I want to make real videos. I want to be genuine. I want to be true. And if I feel like holding anything back, I shouldn't. I just got to get it out there. And another thing, I'm still dealing with pride issues. I'm still dealing with I still feel in areas of my life where pride comes in, where you can kind of compare yourself to others and kind of feel uncomfortable if someone's doing better than in one area than you are and stuff like that. And I'm not in competition with anybody. If I want to compete, then I'll compete in I do martial arts, right? So when I train with my teammates, I'm not competing with them. We're just helping each other learn. But if I want to compete, I'll compete. I'll go in the ring and compete and do the real thing, or go in tournaments. But that's the thing with life. Once we start comparing each other to other people, it's we can get all mistaken. We usually glorify the good things about people and look at our bad things, and it makes us feel lower, right? Or vice versa. If you can compare yourself to someone else and you're doing better in an area, and you can get all prideful and boastful about it and think you got it all together. It's no, I want to live in humility. For real. That's just been a prayer of mine lately, is just I want to live humbly. So with that said, guys, I feel like that's all I want to share right now. I'm gonna be posting some more videos here. I got some other ideas about, I want to post a video how I quit Kratom, all the things I did. I kind of just mentioned a lot of it here, but stuff like that. I just want to be more deliberate. I just want to show people, anyone who's listening right now, you're still using Kratom, you're still using whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. The thought that you think you can't be free is a lie. Okay? You can be free. Okay? So just know that fact that being free, being sober is so possible. Look what happened with me. I'm sober. I'm 6 months completely sober. I haven't smoked weed in pretty much a year and 5 months. Jesus did it for me. So if you guys never tried Jesus, give it a shot. What do you got to lose, man? That's all I got, guys. Man, I love you. I appreciate you. I want you to be free. God bless you.